which is that he's actually more monstrous than any of the characters that he created.
Dave Rubin slams Ilhan Omar and Stephen King over Charlie Kirk lies. The political fallout from the shocking assassination of Charlie Kirk continues to reverberate across America, and now prominent commentator Dave Rubin has delivered a brutal message aimed directly at Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and legendary author Stephen King. Both figures have come under intense criticism after spreading what Rubin called dangerous and dishonest narratives about Kirk in the immediate aftermath of his death. Rubin, host of the Rubin Report, didn't mince words when addressing the controversy. He accused Omar and King of fueling division at a time when the country should be grappling with the seriousness of political violence. According to Rubin, their comments weren't just misleading, but deeply irresponsible, especially given the fragile state of the nation. Ilhan Omar faced backlash online after sharing remarks that appeared to downplay the severity of Kirk's assassination. Critics argue that her words, whether intentional or not, painted Kirk in an unfair light and contributed to an atmosphere of hostility. For Dave Rubin, this was unacceptable behavior from a sitting member of Congress who should know the power of her platform. Stephen King also found himself at the center of the storm. The horror novelist, with millions of followers on social media, was accused of sharing false claims that misrepresented Kirk's record and influence. Rubin argued that King's comments were reckless, especially because of the reach and authority he commands as one of America's most recognized authors. In a fiery rebuke, Rubin even declared that King was more monstrous than any of the characters he has ever created, calling his words cold, cruel, and beneath the responsibility of someone in his position. Rubin's response also carried a deeply personal note. He revealed that Charlie Kirk had been to his home many times, and that they shared countless meals, debates, and conversations. Despite their differences, Rubin said Kirk never once judged him for being gay or for being married to a man. Instead, Kirk treated him with respect and friendship, something Rubin described as rare in today's polarized world. For Rubin, this personal connection underscored just how unfair and dishonest it was to spread lies about someone whose character he had seen firsthand. Rubin's rebuke went further than just calling out individuals. He pointed to a disturbing trend in American culture, the rush to weaponize tragedy for political gain. In his view, the lies and distortions surrounding Kirk's death are a symptom of a deeper sickness, where partisan hatred overrides basic decency. Instead of condemning violence outright, Rubin said, too many public figures use these moments to score points and stoke division. The backlash against Omar and King has been intense, with social media erupting in debates about responsibility, truth, and accountability. Supporters of Rubin argue that he is one of the few commentators willing to say what others are afraid to. That misinformation, when amplified by powerful voices, can be just as damaging as the violence itself. Critics of Omar and King believe that their remarks crossed a moral line, making them part of the broader problem rather than part of the solution. The story of Charlie Kirk's assassination has already forced Americans to confront hard truths about political violence, media narratives, and the toxic state of discourse. Dave Rubin's message adds another layer, reminding people that words matter and lies have consequences. When figures with enormous influence spread distortions, the ripple effects can deepen divides and inflame tensions at a time when unity is desperately needed. As the controversy grows, it's clear this moment will not fade quickly. The clash between Dave Rubin, Ilhan Omar, and Stephen King reflects a much larger battle over truth, narrative, and the power of public figures to shape perception. The assassination of Charlie Kirk may have ended one man's life, but the war over what his death represents is only just beginning. In the end, Rubin's message is both harsh and simple. Accountability must matter. America cannot heal from political violence if lies are allowed to flourish unchecked. Whether or not his warning will change the tone of debate remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the fight over Charlie Kirk's legacy has become a defining moment in America's struggle with truth and division.